When you see a Tesla, what do you think of? That instant silent acceleration maybe? Or that super minimalist design? Well, in this explainer, we're gonna go under the hood, but not of the car. We're going under the hood of the company itself. And we're gonna discover that what really drives Tesla isn't just an electric motor. It's an entire machine. So let me ask you this. What is Tesla's single most powerful feature? Is it the performance, the high-tech interior, the battery range? I mean, all of those things are obviously impressive, but the real answer, the thing that truly sets it apart, is something you can't see at all. Because it isn't the car, it's the system. It's this incredibly complex, interconnected ecosystem that turns a simple vehicle into a platform, one that's constantly learning, growing, and evolving. And if you want to understand Tesla, you have to understand this system. So let's dive right in. The first thing you have to do to really get what Tesla's about is to stop thinking of it as just another car company. I mean, it is, but it's built on a completely different foundation. And that foundation is this idea of an ecosystem. You know, traditional car companies, they sell you a product, and for the most part, the relationship kind of ends when you drive off the lot. Tesla, on the other hand, sells you an entry ticket, an entry into a world where your car is just one piece of a much bigger puzzle. So let's start with the part we all know best, the car itself. But I want you to think about it in a new way. Don't think of it as the final product. Think of it as the gateway, the beautiful piece of hardware that gets you into the Tesla world. You've got the Model S, the 3, the X, and the Y. Now, these are the faces of the company, right? They bring in most of the money, and they were designed from day one to feel premium, to perform. But their real job, their true purpose, is so much bigger than just being a car. Even the way you buy one is different. Tesla completely changed the game by cutting out the dealerships, that middleman, and selling straight to you. Now sure, this means higher profit margins for them, but it's about more than that. It's about owning the entire customer relationship, from the very first click to every mile you drive. And owning that relationship is what lets them do this. This is the real revolution. Once that piece of hardware is in your garage, the software, what you could call the intelligence layer of the whole ecosystem, really comes to life. Things like autopilot and full self-driving, they aren't just cool features, they're software products that you can buy. And this completely flips the economics of the car industry on its head. It turns a one-time sale into a continuous stream of revenue. It really drills down to this quote. It's a fundamental shift. The car is no longer this static thing that just gets older. It becomes a dynamic piece of software, something that can actually get better over time. And the magic that makes this possible is one of Tesla's biggest sort of hidden advantages, over-the-air updates. It's just like your smartphone. You wake up, and it has new features or bug fixes. A Tesla does the same thing. It can get faster, safer, or more fun, all while it's parked in your driveway. No trip to the mechanic needed. This enables an incredibly powerful data feedback loop. Okay, so think about it. Every single Tesla on the road is like a sensor, constantly gathering massive amounts of real-world driving data. That data is then fed back to Tesla to train its AI. And then, the improvements from that AI are pushed back out to the entire fleet. So more cars on the road means more data, which means the whole system gets smarter, for everyone. It's a brilliant cycle. But of course, a smart car needs a smart world to operate in. And Tesla realized this early on. They're not just building the car, they're building the infrastructure that powers the whole ecosystem. And it goes way beyond the vehicle itself. And this is where the vision gets really big. See, Tesla isn't just a car company, it's an energy company. With products like solar panels and the Powerball home battery, they're creating an entire system for you to generate, store, and use clean energy, which, of course, pairs perfectly with their electric vehicles. And then there's the supercharger network. This was an absolute game changer. By building their own global network of fast chargers, Tesla basically solved the #1 problem for EVs, range anxiety. It's not just a convenience for drivers, it's a massive strategic advantage that creates this powerful lock-in for their customers. Okay, so let's zoom out and put all of these pieces together. When you combine the hardware, the software, the data, the energy business, and all that infrastructure, that's when you start to see the complete picture of the Tesla system. And the strategy that holds it all together is called vertical integration. It's a fancy term, but it just means they control almost everything themselves. The manufacturing, the software, the sales, the charging network, the whole shebang. This gives them incredible control, and it lets them innovate way faster than competitors who rely on a web of suppliers. And on top of all that, you have the brand. You cannot underestimate how powerful this is. Tesla has carefully built this image as a symbol of innovation, a symbol of the future. And that drives incredible demand and creates this fiercely loyal community of people who are buying into the entire vision, not just the car. So when you put it all side by side, the difference is just stark. A traditional car company is focused on one thing: selling a car. After that, it's pretty much done. Tesla sells a car to start a relationship inside a growing ecosystem. They get revenue from the vehicle, but also from software and energy, all while collecting that valuable data. The result? One is a product company. The other is a technology platform. And that's really the key takeaway here. Tesla's success wasn't born from a single great idea. It's the result of a system, a deeply interconnected system that weaves together technology, energy, software, and data into something far, far more powerful than any of its individual parts. So I'll leave you with this thought. The next time you see a Tesla glide silently down the street, ask yourself, are you really just looking at a car? Or are you watching a piece of the future drive by, a gateway to a completely connected world?
This is CorpFile, inside the world of big brands. Subscribe to explore the real stories behind the companies that shape our world.